So let's go over the exit ticket questions that you had in today's lesson. In each one of them, you were asked to find the measures of the numbered angles. In this case, angles 1, 2, and 3 for each parallelogram. So you have this parallelogram. They tell you that it is a parallelogram, so it has the characteristics of one. Therefore, it's going to have, parallel sides, going to have certain angles being congruent, so forth and so on. So, but don't forget about other rules that we learned about earlier in the year as well. So, I mean, some of the concepts we learned in the first semester are still going to play a role in this. So, and it also depends on which route you choose to take as you go through the information. So, um, so first, you know, I made use of the fact that, I have that vertical angle with the 75-degree angle, so that's 75 degrees. And since, um, angle 2 in either of the 75-degree angles now is a linear pair, angle 2 should be 105 degrees. Going on with that, I then found angle 3 by realizing that the three angles of the triangle formed to the right-hand side should total 180, and I had 75 and 50 for a grand total of 125. So for them to total 180, angle 3 had to be 55 degrees. Lastly, since I have a couple of parallel sides here, these would be alternate interior angles, and they would need to be congruent to each other. So angle 1 would also have to be 55 degrees because of its relationship with angle 3. So the measurements of the angles in this case were angle 1 was 55 degrees, angle 2 was 105 degrees, and angle 3's measurement was 55 degrees. For the second one, again, this was a parallelogram, and it has all the characteristics of one. So as I go through and do this, again, you could choose to go a different route and find different angle measurements first. It's really up to you. It really just depends on what rules that you are going to choose to use given the circumstance that you have. As you find each subsequent angle, you have other options as far as going to it. So, the route I'm taking here is not the only correct way of doing it. So, but I found angle 2 first because it's a linear pair with the 82-degree angle. So I know that's 98 degrees. I then went and found the fact that since I have parallel sides, because this is a parallelogram, angles 3 and the 50-degree angle are alternate interior angles for those. So angle 3 would also have to be 50 degrees. And lastly, because I have a triangle on top there, the three angles should total 180 degrees, and for that to happen, angle 1 would have to be 32 degrees. So the solutions I got for this were that the measure of angle 1 was 32 degrees, the measurement of angle 2 was 98 degrees, and the measure of angle 3 was 50 degrees. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, please contact me or your geometry teacher. Until I see you in a live lesson of my own, or if you're one of my students, I get to speak to you on the phone, I will see you around. Have a good day.